And don't try to throw him here, just point down, because you will really severely hurt his arm. Stand up for a second. No, we'll get right to here. Yeah, no, okay. We're gonna stop right here. If I throw, you see how that's gonna wrench his arm? Shannon Church did this. Good thing I could fall well, because I went boom. Right, and just you corkscrew your hand and just let it down easy. Now we're going karate to aiki. Okay, switch. Ooh. He's going to do a right punch.
30 years, I've never done that.
Step back. You're going to punch my chest. I'm going to step back and do an outside forearm block. This is a no-brainer. Anyone who's got any karate, you can do this, right? Bang! Right? Now, you don't want to be here because he's going to hit you with the hand, right? Okay, so you go, please don't hit me with the other hand. Okay, so what you're going to do is pass it this way. Now, we did something like this before in an earlier Minmo Sogo introductory exercise. Okay? Boom, boom. Now, this is a down block pass. I'm going to show you, I hope remember to show you a different pass too. But there's a 1, 2. Now I'm going to come in and hit him. Slide in. Did I slide in? Mm-hmm. Slide in. Slide. Pivot on the right foot and turn your body. You're doing an Arimi Nage. Now last time we did the X block, I mentioned to you the X block isn't really an X block. If we do this, I'm really doing this. Okay? Or I could be doing this. Okay, so don't think of the X block as literal, but that striking is not germane to what we're trying to learn. So you can just do the X block. So we do the X block. I'm going to feed it up with my left hand. My right hand's on top when I do the X. My right foot's back. Right, 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 right.
Right.
Right, right. Okay. Bing. I'm going to feed it up with my left hand and get kote mawashi, which I snap down. Okay, this is the least painful of locks. But now, your left hand is going to go upside down. Take his fingertips and rotate it toward him. So you have, what do you have? Jeff, cut out the other side. Does this look familiar at all? Ah. No, if I could use again, I want you to do it just this angle, okay? And if you'll punch my face, please. I'm going to cross. Remember the frog? Mm-hmm. You're going to do this, and then you come back this way. Now, that can be a lock. Again, a little artificial because unlikely he's going to hang his arm out. Stay with me, okay? Frog, past this, right? No, just stay there. Go past it. So it's like an X that's folding and then unfolding. Okay? 1, 2, and then you, once you hit that elbow, locked it or not, you're going to bring your thumb in like hitchhiking, baby. And what do you have? Does that look familiar? Okay, now, he can still block with his hand. We'll cover that later. Okay, but right now we want to get his reaction to help us punch him. Don't worry about his blocking with this hand. Okay. Now put this hand down for a second so you can take a seat. Okay, so you react with this hand. You blocked it, right? You blocked it again. Now he didn't block it because I gave him just enough of a wrist off. So by the time I go in, he's got nothing to block. Okay, this hand's safety. Now you can block if you want. And we'll cover this later. Okay? Right. 1, 2. This is down here. You can trap this if you want. You won't need to because this is going to trap it. 3, 4. Notice I slid in. Notice my stance is the same. It started here. Now it's here. So Jim is going to punch on the face. And there's going rataman nasal passages. Alright, so I'm here just to show you that he can in fact hit me, right? I'm going to lift this hand up and do this. Pretty easy. That's, I call this May West. I take the cloth and I put it in my bosoms. Okay? Now put your face in the elbow, just where you sneezed. Okay? Now, this will, if you do this right, this will deflect him this way. It's easiest, if you have time, slow motion, to do this. Hey, how are you doing? And then do this. In other words, instead of just hitting, you don't want to do that. You want to pull it in. Fair?
Yeah.
Now we're doing this on the outside because it's super easy on the outside. And then we'll play with it in a different way. You just get this first as a fundamental. Okay, ready, go.
You started on the
Yeah,
inside.
so start with your left hand like that. Good. Now instead of hitting him, pull it in. See, what you're doing is going.
Ah.
You don't even feel anything, right? This, you're creating a wedge. Or you can go like it. Okay.
That's a wedgie.
Oh, sorry. That's it. And just time it now. Instead of putting force, time it. Good. That's it. Now what you want to do is go to neutral and see if you can get the hand out and in rather than starting like this, which is okay to train. Okay?
Yeah, it's because I'm a left.
Listen for a second, please. This section is called minimal Seiken Budo, right? So the more you step, the less minimal it is. So the more you can do this or even this, that's maximal, minimal. Okay? Ideally, Jack, hit me.
Right.
Ideally, you want to go. Did I move? No, I just, a little bit, but that's all. Right?
You move this one.
Ah, I see what the problem is. You're doing what I asked you to do, staying in place. But you're making it so that he stays in place too. So now we have to beat on him, hoping he won't beat on us. Okay, so what you want is, there's not a time where you weren't off balance. Right? In pain or off balance, right? Much better. He said, well, what about a hook punch? Because a hook punch, the elbow is in a different position than a Yoko Minuchi. And I'm so used to dealing with Japanese strikes that I don't think of those. But it's very important to do that, okay? So I'm going to use Jeff. Okay, so let's do it from this angle so you can do a left hook, which would be normal, okay? So he's going to do a left jab, and then he's going to do a left hook. So if I were to if it was a Yoko Minuchi, his elbow would be down, and it's easy to pass the hand, but if the hook is here, his elbow is either level or up, and the hook could be flat fisted or it could be vertical fist. It depends on where you learn to do the hook. But it's not that this won't work. It's that it won't work if you're right here. If you respond up, now it'll work fine. Okay? So it's not this. Go slow because I'm going to get hit. I lifted my elbow and he hit me because his elbow is in that position where he can do it. But if I respond up, now when I do it, I got no problem. All right, so you got to...